placed Zambia's interests above personal ambition. Speaking during the state funeral service, President Hichilema said Dr. Scott dedicated his life to serving the country and played a critical role in safeguarding Zambia's democracy by upholding the constitution and ensuring a peaceful transition of power following the death of President Michael Sata in 2014. He said Dr. Scott's legacy of patriotism, courage, and public service should inspire current and future generations of leaders.
Place former vice presidents, all of them, irrespective of a political party, because they served this country, are now on retirement benefits. Unfortunately, Guy has left us. But obviously there are provisions on how that happens. And I think it's important that as a nation we appreciate, understand that we don't deliver as presidents as individuals. We work as team members. We have teams that work with us, and those teams matter to the country and our quest to improve the livelihoods of.
The Bulozi Royal Establishment, BRE, has announced Thursday, July 23, 2026, as the official date for the Kofuluhella ceremony, during which the Litunga of Bulozi land, His Majesty Luwosi Imwiko II, will relocate from the upper land to the lower land. Speaking during a media briefing at Namukuta in Limulunga Royal Village, BRE Ngambela Mukela Manyando said the Litunga will depart from Mulambahaba to Lialui, with the royal journey expected to begin at 9 hours. He has called on members of the public to turn up in large numbers to witness the traditional ceremony and urged paddlers to make adequate preparations ahead of the event.
I want to announce the date for Kofuluhella. Kofuluhella is the opposite of Kuomboka. Kofuluhella means coming from the upland here, going down to the plains capital, which is Lialui, from Limulunga to Lialui. His Majesty will now take his traditional movement from Limulunga to Lialui. So the public is given these notes so that they can prepare to join us, participate with us during that joyous movement. The paddlers are also called upon to come around to be ready to move His Majesty the Litunga from the upland here down to Lialui. The date has been set, and we must take note of this. The date will be the 23rd of July 2026. That is the date for the Kofuluhella ceremony. So we are all invited to join in and participate in this traditional function.
The Mongo Municipal Council has expressed concern over motorists overspeeding on the newly rehabilitated Songa Gravel Road, saying the reckless driving is putting the lives of road users at risk. In an interview with Bulozi TV News, Mongo Municipal Council Engineering Director Engineer Jones Siangandu said the local authority is making plans to install speed humps on the road to improve safety. He also urged motorists to exercise caution and adhere to speed limits to help prevent road accidents. Meanwhile, road users have expressed mixed reactions over the rehabilitation on the road.
The Mongo Municipal Council has rehabilitated the 3-kilometer Chisonga Gravel Road in efforts to improve mobility in the area. Speaking to Bulozi TV News, Director of Engineering at Mongo Municipal Council, John Siangandu, said the works have successfully been completed.
Just an update on the Chisonga Road, 3 kilometers. We were doing some maintenance and rehabilitation of the Chisonga Road. We wish to confirm that the works have been completed successfully and the entire stretch has been maintained.
Mr. Siangandu has, however, said some motorists have been observed to move at a very high speed in the road, raising safety concerns.
What is remaining now is installation of speed humps, as we have observed that motorists are now cruising on that road. So as a local authority, we will install some speed humps to moderate the speed. We wish to encourage the motorists to drive at 40 kilometers per hour, which is the recommended speed on that road, as it is a built-up area. We will continue monitoring the condition of the road until we are satisfied that it can now withstand any weather conditions. But for now, it's open to the public, and we just want to encourage the motorists to drive safely on that road.
Meanwhile, the road users have expressed mixed reactions towards this development.
Lwaitumela kamukwa kwa balupangera o kono kamera bakalubera mwatenita kakulipula ikanela mezi akayemanga na moha pimbale basala la mezi kiasula ima kumatuko chaluzi nikucholera kanela pula sakaiza ngamangata ngatapa kaiva ukanga chaluzi nikukora fa bafereza faka pa basawekeza luzibi
tumezi kamukwa kwa balupangezi wo womunde aho bitumeza kuni kuzibisiba simamo kono chole kumanele kujikilaba babele fa kawa mafa kabali luli unabalisa kwa tumiko kwa chole chwana fa ukazi uzile ile abasela la fa kubona kimane ukutela mama mane nge bawa chekambe bawa batirifa machwe kusane machwe mwate ni mwendi kusane machwe kulikubona nge kweza ku atisi beta kwateni cheza zizi fa ukazi ile akuifana kwa pula chwe yapiki butata na kwa machwe chwana kililuli.
The local authority has said that it will continue to monitor the condition of the road until satisfaction that it can withstand any weather conditions. Mike Moya for Bulozi TV News in Mongo District, Western Province.
The Ministry of Gender Division in Western Province has commended the progress made following the arrest of a suspect in connection with the murder of an 11-year-old girl in Kaoma District, a case that was reported on 18th March 2026. Principal Gender Officer Bruce Hamusogwe said the ministry in the province is pleased that the Zambia police have apprehended the male suspect, Heston Mwemba, 25, who had been on the run since the crime was reported in March 2026. He expressed hope that, as investigations continue, the deceased child will receive the justice she deserves. Hamusogwe has urged families not to conceal gender-based violence (GBV) cases, stating that failure to report such incidents to the relevant law enforcement agencies is a crime.
As a gender department in Western Province, we are glad that there is progress that has been made by the police, and we did indicate that in the case of the 11-year-old child that was murdered in Kaoma, we did indicate that the police are competently investigating the matter, and we would like to commend the police for doing a great job. that the perpetrator has been apprehended. And I think for us is we just want to leave it that the investigations are still continuing, and we know that very soon after the police have concluded all investigations, the matter will go to court. And what we just want to see is that the case is expedited, and the young lady gets the justice she deserves. But also what we just want to put across as a department in Western Province, as gender department, is the issue of hostile witnesses. We've seen parents concealing cases and also collaborating with perpetrators to hide these cases from law enforcement departments. We just want to caution again families to say concealing of cases and not reporting of cases to appropriate law enforcement agencies is a crime. And in this regard, the more you conceal a case, the more the perpetrator cause harm to the victim, and the result may even be death.
The Council of Churches in Zambia, CCCZ, has strongly condemned a viral social media video allegedly showing named political cadres threatening violence, warning that such conduct poses a serious threat to the country's democracy and peace as Zambia heads towards the 2026 general elections. Speaking to Bulozi TV News, CCCZ General Secretary Reverend Canon James Piri welcomed the Zambia Police Service's decision to launch investigations into the matter, saying it is important that the allegations are thoroughly examined. The church mother body said its condemnation stands regardless of whether the video was staged, managed, or reflects actual events, stressing that both acts of violence and threats of violence have no place in a democratic society founded on the rule of law and respect for human dignity.
The Council of Churches in Zambia has noted with great concern a video circulating on social media in which named political cadres are seen threatening violence. We welcome the swift action taken by the Zambia Police Service in instituting investigation into this matter. Whether the video is stage managed or depict actual events, the Council of Churches in Zambia condemns in the strongest possible terms any act or threats of violence. Such conducts have no place in our democratic society, which is governed by the rule of law and respect for human dignity. We firmly believe that anyone found to be engaged in or promote such violence must face the full wrath of the law. We further urge all political party leaders to publicly and constantly encourage their members and supporters to refrain from violence, intimidation, hate speech, and any action that strengthened our peace. True leadership is demonstrated by promoting tolerance, dialogue, and respect for the law. As Zambia prepares for the 2026 general election, the Council of Churches in Zambia calls upon all citizens and stakeholders to uphold peace, reject violence in all its forms, and safeguard the democratic values and the unity that we have as a nation.
The Zambian Union for Tanker Drivers and Allied Workers, ZUTDAW, has rejected the government's decision to classify tanker drivers as essential workers, arguing that the move was made without consulting the union and fails to address the poor working conditions faced by its members. Addressing journalists in Lusaka, ZUTDAW President Shaft Mubanga said the union cannot support the classification under statutory instrument number 47 of 2026 because tanker drivers continue to work under difficult conditions with little attention paid to their welfare. Mubanga maintained that before workers are designated as providers of an essential service, government should first ensure they enjoy decent working conditions, fair treatment, and meaningful engagement on issues affecting their sector.
The Zambia Union for Tanker Drivers and Allied Workers has rejected the government's decision to classify tanker drivers as essential workers, citing poor working conditions and a lack of consultation. Speaking to journalists in Lusaka, ZUTDAW President Shaft Mbanga said the union does not support the classification because the welfare and working conditions of tanker drivers have not been prioritized. Mr. Mbanga's remarks follows the government's issuance of Statutory Number 47 of 2026 under the Industrial and Labour Relations Act, declaring certain services as essential services.
The government must know that no one is an essential worker here, because why? We were not consulted. Two, the conditions, because what they were supposed to do, it's to go around to speak to these transporters, the way they treat us. They have given powers now to transporters. Mwani monenka mtirela kwa tamaka. Ero baibikira kwa mapindu. Ishara bashani. Emaka basende ba government yarekeresha ama citizens. Yamo kusupport ama transporters to mistreat us, which we are saying no. Zambia is our country.
ZUTDAW General Secretary John Sango said every law requires consultation with relevant stakeholders, including the Zambia Union for Tanker Drivers and Allied Workers, to allow them to contribute their views before such decisions are made.
Every law requires consultations. In this regard, we are stakeholders. We are actually the ones that they targeted to become essential workers. Now, we should have been consulted, okay, because we have got an entity which is registered by law, and that we expected that when such laws are being formulated, we must be consulted.
Meanwhile, ZUTDAW Deputy General Secretary Wakumelo and Senior Trustee Lamek Bumba has this to say.
Ask the government of the day to do the right thing so that we avoid commotion in the near future.
I think what is being stipulated in that guideline, it is not the way we are supposed to handle issues. And if you go to a transporter, he's even telling you to say, me and the dips will never go along. Instead, all what they know, it is to deduct money from a BVO.
The new regulation, titled the Industrial and Labour Relations Services Order 2026, was made pursuant to Section 107(10)G of the Industrial and Labour Relations Act, following consultations with the Tripartite Consultative Labour Council. Under the order, services listed in the schedule have been designated as essential services. Margaret Chota, Bulozi TV News in Lusaka.
We now take a break. We'll be back shortly with the rest of the news.
For decades, Zambia has searched for its promise. Through triumph, sacrifice, and difficult seasons, many promised change. Many spoke of hope, but the burden remained heavy. And then, a servant of the people stepped forward. Not perfect, not a magician, but a man willing to lead his people through the wilderness toward a better Zambia. Like Moses leading his people toward the promised land. The journey was never meant to be easy, because nations are not built overnight. They are built through faith, sacrifice, and perseverance. The work is not finished, but Zambia is moving forward.
On the 13th of August 2026, vote for Hakainde Hichilema as President of the Republic of Zambia.
Voting is one of the few moments where we all have a voice.
One person, one vote.
No titles, no status.
Just a choice.
It's not about doing nothing.
It's about showing up.
Because your vote matters.
It's easy
it's important.
It's ours. Count me in.
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 Being a teenager isn't always easy. Every day brings new challenges, big decisions, and questions about life, family, friendship, and the future. Bulozi TV brings to you Teens of Focus, the program where real teens talk about real issues. We create a safe space where young people learn, grow, and find their voices. Join me, Kutemba Kabish, as we explore on the issues that matter most to teenagers, empowering them to make informed choices, build confidence, and unlock their full potential.
Bulozi TV is the only commercial television station domiciled in Mangu of Western Province, Zambia, providing homegrown broadcasting. We are licensed by the Independent Broadcasting Authority (IBA) and carried by TopStar on DTT channel 120. We are also on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, and WhatsApp channel. Our news is factual, balanced, and delivered on time in 3 languages: English, Simbunda, and Silozi. Our programs range from talk shows, entertainment shows, personality, cultural heritage, political shows, local drama and soaps, children's shows, community live broadcast, and many more. Call the station manager to advertise your business on 0975 210 218 or 0764 907 921, or email us on bulozitv@gmail.com. We are situated in Buyuana compound off Kagrava Road in Mangu. Bulozi TV, the pride of Barotse.
In international news, Ghanaian President John Mahama has reiterated that he has no plans to seek a 3rd term in office, despite growing calls from some supporters for him to remain in power beyond 2029. His comments come as Ghana's Supreme Court is set to consider a case seeking clarification on whether he would be eligible to run again. Mahama previously served as president from 2013 to 2017 and is currently serving what he says will be his 2nd and final term. In sports news, the Limulunga Royal Queens Football Club has received a sponsorship boost following its promotion to Division 1 football after appealing for support from well-wishers. Responding to the appeal, Luena constituency independent parliamentary candidate Likando Sakubita pledged to sponsor the team, saying he has partnered with Zambian footballers based abroad to help support the club. Sakubita says promoting women's football is key to nurturing young talent and creating opportunities for girls in sports.
Despite being promoted to Division 1, the Limulunga Royal Queens Football Club has struggled with sponsorship for a long time. However, Luena constituency independent candidate Likando Sakubita has come to the club's aid by partnering with foreign-based female players to support them with equipment like soccer boots, balls, jerseys, and logistics.
From time to time, we've been supporting the girls team here in Limulunga, but we hope to expand this project. We have made contacts with Zambian footballers, the female national team footballers that are playing in Europe. We would like to engage them so that we can improve a pitch. As you can see, they are using the boys pitch, meaning that even the girl child deserves a fair share in this community. As the saying goes, when you educate a boy child, you educate an individual, but when you educate a girl child, you're educating a community. So it's important that we engage the youths, the upcoming youths, in activities that would take them away from vices in society that have crippled us as it is.
The team president, Malumo Study, thanked Sakubita for the wonderful gesture and emphasized that the team will need a pitch of their own.
We are very happy to receive this support that has come through Mr. Ricardo Sakubita. We have been suffering for a long time without the balls, without the boots for the girls, without also even the jazz. But through him,
Karen Mubanga, the Mulunga Royal Queens Football Club captain, thanked Sakubita and highlighted the importance of sports to her.
Batakwifitsa bitume kubori kando Sakubita. Baba batiseze tusokwano. Nolufumani yanga kutia una majezi au na mabuti au na ni sponsorship. Kacheno lufumani tuso kubori kando Sakubita. Kuzwa fachwale, lukafumana ngali tuso, kuzoea kwa bangu bafumani balikanwa bona kuzoea kwa Europe.
For Bulozi TV, I'm Bruce Masalela in Limulunga, Western Province.
We've come to the end of our news bulletin. A recap of the headlines. Former Vice President Guy Scott laid to rest. BRE sets July 23rd for Kofuluhella ceremony. ZUTDAW rejects essential worker status. In international news, MAHAMA rejects third term speculation. And in sports news, Limulunga Royal Queens secure sponsorship. You can always catch our bulletins on TopStar channel 120 in Mongo, Limulunga, Nalolo, Lusaka, Chongwe, Chilanga, parts of Senanga, Kalabo, Rufunsa and surrounding areas, and on our Facebook page, Bulozi TV. My name is Nshumonia Siaminwe. Thank you for watching. On behalf of the entire Bulozi TV production crew, stay blessed. Bye for now.
Chikulu, when they said Zambia went into default,